Hey everyone, I was pretty blown away by all the positive feedback on the A9 review video. So it seemed like the most consistent feedback was, do more reviews like this in the future. So here we are. We're talking about the Sony 70-200 GM. It's a 2.8 lens. So I think this was announced probably about a year ago. So I think it was like July 2016. I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, it didn't actually come out. It wasn't really widely available last year. There was a pretty big delay between when it was announced and when you could actually buy it. And it seemed to get a lot of early, really positive reviews, but you just couldn't find it, which was kind of strange. But you can get it now. And I haven't used the f4, the earlier G lens, the 70-200 f4. So I can't really compare it to that. I can tell you that everything I've read is really positive on that one. So I don't expect that if you bought that, you would be disappointed. It's half the price. So this one is $2,600, and f4 is I believe roughly $1,300. So if you're looking for something you don't need the highest quality or the highest price, or you want something maybe just a little bit lighter as well, then that might be a decent choice. But I can only really talk to you about this one. And if you don't want to watch the whole video for whatever reason, I can just tell you straightforward, this is an incredible lens. It's I would think of it as Sony's best photographic lens. They have cinema lenses, which I haven't used, so it's kind of hard for me to say how those compare. But as far as like any of the Sony photographic lenses I've used, I don't know of another lens that is this sharp, this versatile, this solidly built. I really can't even muster some complaint about this lens. It's just absolutely incredible. Every time I zoom in really close on one of the photos that I take with it, I'm just pretty flabbergasted by how incredibly sharp it is. Same thing for the video. The video is just unreasonably sharp. I really can't see any reason not to get it. It has built-in stabilization, although the Sony bodies have stabilization, but if you combine that with the lens stabilization, you get an even smoother image or longer exposure, whatever it is you're doing. Also, something else about this lens is that you can actually get these teleconverters as well. So this is the 2.x teleconverter that works with this one. There's also 1.4, which I have not tried yet, so I can't really talk about that. However, I have used this 2.x on the 70-200 quite a bit, and I'm really blown away by the quality. I mean, there are some cases, like really high contrast situations or something where I zoom in really close that I can see a drop in quality, but for the most part, like, I have no hesitation to use this if I don't need the extra light. In about, I don't know, I think it's end of July, so it's 2017 right now. I think at the end of this month, there is when the next GM lens is coming out, which is I have to look it up, I think it's the 200-400 f6, and as far as I understand it, these teleconverters will work with that lens as well. So that means that you're going to be able to go, up to 800 millimeters in that case. So if you're buying the teleconverters for this lens, just know that you're not necessarily limited to just using it with this lens. But other than the 70-200 and the 200-400, I don't believe there are any other lenses that you can use the teleconverters with. This lens is just utterly incredible, and I'm constantly amazed by the quality of the images that come from it. If you have a Sony body, there's really no reason not to get this. And I would, based on my experience with other lens systems, I would argue that this may be a reason to get a Sony body. It is so good. And really solidly built. I know I kind of mentioned that in passing before, but not only is it like basically the same size as the f4 lens, it's really quite small for what you're getting. It just feels really good in the hand. It's really solid. So yeah, I recommend it. If you have any other thoughts, please leave them below. And again, thanks a lot for the support. I really appreciate it. Talk to you later.